What if I told you that you could earn a fully funded master's degree in Ireland without paying a dime, without paying your tuition, your flights covered, accommodation support, and even a monthly living allowance? This is exactly what the Ireland Fellow Program offers to students from eligible countries. In this video, I will explain who can apply, what benefits are included, the eligibility requirements, the application process, and share practical tips to help you submit a strong application. So, if studying in Ireland has been your dream, let's get started. Hello families and lovely peoples, how are you doing? I hope you are doing good. So welcome to my channel. So my channel is called Step by Step Scholarship Guide. As the name indicates, we are gonna tell you how you're going to apply for different scholarship step by step. So in today's session we are gonna see the Ireland Fellowship Program. So it's currently open and it's one of the prestigious scholarship programs. So in this session we are gonna cover what are the requirements and what are the stage we're gonna pass and what are the different requirements for different countries. So as you can see, generally when you go into the page, this is what you're gonna find. So this is called the Ireland Fellowship Program. As you can see, this is an official website. It gives us the details if you want to see whether it is an official website or not. And so as you're applying, so it gives, the website by itself gives a detailed guidance about who is eligible, that was the application process, and which embassies to contact. So what we need to know in this Ireland Fellowship Program, it's open in 29 June, so it stays until 26 July, so it's important for you to apply for this stage. So currently it's open, so this is open for different countries, so it's different. The thing about this Ireland Fellowship Program is different for different countries by location. So it gives us strands by location. So Africa, Latin America, Palestine, Vietnam, and small island developing states are eligible for this program. So if you want to know if my country is eligible in this program or not, we're going to see Africa. So in Africa, so this is the Ireland Fellowship Program page for African countries, and these are the countries which are eligible for this Ireland Fellowship Program currently. So I hope your country would be one of it. So you could be from Angola, Djibouti, Congo, Eritrea, Estonia, Ethiopia, Ghana, Kenya, Lesotho, Malawi, Monrovia, Mozambique, Rwanda, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Somalia, South Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Zimbabwe are the eligible countries for this Ireland Fellowship Program in Africa. So in addition to that, being eligible, so if you're from the following countries, you need to see these different fellowship program. So they are different for a specific reason, because you need to see this. So if you're from South Africa, you need to see the Qadr Asmal Fellowship Program, and if you're from Nigeria, the Roger Kesman. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. So if it is Namibia, it's the Shan MC Bride, I think. If you're from Burundi, you need to see the Archbishop Michael Courtney. And if you're in Zambia, so if you're from the SIDS country, you said it's from African country, you need to see each different page. So we're going to see each page and what is something that makes it different from the other countries. So as we are done with the Africa, so if you're from the Asian countries, so you need to follow this page, the Ireland Fellowship Program for the Asia. And unfortunately for Palestine, currently it's closed, it's not open, and it will open in September. You need to wait from people from the Palestine, and from the Latin America is different, it's open, and it's just like the African countries, they have a different awards for each country. So if you're from the Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, you need to see the Central American award, and depending on the country you need to see that. So before it comes to the SIDS Caribbean country, so there is the SIDS African and the SIDS Caribbean, you need to see your different page. So this is the SIDS African. So if you are from different countries, so first let's see the Ireland Fellowship Program, the Africa page. So this is what we're gonna see in Ireland Fellows Africa page. So as you can see, this is everything you need to know. If you're from the African country, this is everything you need to know. So it gives us the application documents. When it comes to the Ireland Fellowship Program, they are more focused on achieving a national sustainable development goals. So it's to build a positive relationship with the Ireland. So this is used for future leaders. So if you are a mid-career professional, if you want to develop your fellowship program in Ireland, this one you are suitable. So if you want to know how it went, you can see the 2025 and 2026 the Ireland fellowship. You can contact them. So as we saw it earlier, these are the eligible countries. So in addition to that, this is the most important thing we need to see. So these are the eligible courses that are important. So if you want to learn your fellowship program, so it needs to be related to your bachelor degree and your work experience while choosing the eligible courses. So generally it should be in agriculture, health, education, human rights, computer science, engineering, business, and so it has got a directly of eligible program which is around 20 pages. We are gonna need to see that one. So to be eligible, just like I said earlier, you need to be one of the countries, and if you're from these countries, you need to see each of the fellowship page because it gives a different criteria for the country people. So the most important one, which is important for different, in addition to seeing the different pages, what you need to have is you need to have a minimum of 2 or 3 years of substantial work experience. As you can see, it requires a minimum of 2 or 3 substantial work experience, and that's directly need to be related to the proposed program of study that you want to study. So you have a work experience. In addition to that, you need to hold a bachelor level academic qualification from accredited and government recognized higher institution. So you have a bachelor level from a recognized institution. In addition to that, your bachelor degree need to be a minimum grade average of 3.0 from 4.0 scale. So you need to be in this first class or second class honor, and if you are in grade 2, so you need to be in grade 1, but if you are in grade 2, you might be accepted if the applicant has substantial directly relevant work experience. So generally this is what you need to have. So you need to have a bachelor degree, which should be in higher education, which is a recognized higher institution in your country, and you need to have a minimum grade point of, so you need to be in first class honor, in the second class honor, or even if you are not, you need to have a substantial amount of work experience that you need to have. So generally you do not need to have a master level or any higher level. You need to be in bachelor degree. So these things might be different for different countries, but you need to contact your embassy. So you need to be ready to start your program at a master level in the August 2027. So in addition to having a bachelor degree, a work experience, what they really need is they need leadership abilities and aspirations. So this is what the main point about this Ireland fellowship program. So your leadership abilities and aspiration are very important to the achievement. It's for the achievement of the sustainable development goals of within your country. And after returning back, you need to create a positive relationship with Ireland. So you need to have identified and selected 3 programs relevant to your academic and professional background. So you need to see these directly eligible programs from your country. So you need to have a clear understanding about the academic and English language proficiency. So currently the English language proficiency, by the time of application you don't need, but once you've passed the first stage or the preliminary stage, you need to present your Duolingo. So if your university doesn't accept Duolingo, you need to take IELTS exam. So this academic position is for 2027 and 2028. So we said that there are countries which are only eligible for this program, but you might be applying for this by invitation only if you are from these countries. So I don't know why the reason is that it's explained that these countries they're not working with the partnership with Irish Aid. I think that's why. So this partnership, so generally the partnership is based on the Irish Aid development, so it's not important. So Generally, the application process is in 3 stages. There is a preliminary application and detailed application and your interview. After passing all these, you're gonna be starting your fellowship in Ireland in 2027 August. So generally, like I said, so this is the English language requirement page. So it's important for you to have the language requirement. You don't actually really need to have the language certificate by the time you are applying, but it's important for you to have a Duolingo if you pass the stage 1. The shortlisted applicants who do not have English language proficiencies are required to have Duolingo days. So this is what we see, the directly of eligible programs, and so this is a guidance note. So in addition to that, so we're going to see at the end, we're going to see how we're going to fill the application form. So let's see this page. So this is the directory of eligible postgraduate program in higher education institution. So it's generally a 222 page. It's very difficult to include everything in this page, but generally these are the key universities that you can apply for these programs and university. So it gives you a map of Ireland. So generally we say that health, environment, education, and different fields are included for the application. So generally you need to see. So when I said earlier, you need to see your different countries, because as you can see this, so these are programs. There are different programs in these eligible countries, but unfortunately, but at the beginning it says that this country, so you need to see your country, because these countries, this not available for the following applicants. But if you're not from these countries, you can apply for this one. I don't know what should be applying, so different countries have their own restriction. So it's important for your country to really see your directory page. So this one is the Ireland Fellowship Guidance, Stage 1 Guidance Note. So let's see some of it. So in the table of contents, it includes what are the eligibility criteria, just like we said earlier. So this is Stage 1 application, detailed guidance note for the application. So generally, it's important to see the Stage 1 application, because that's what's important. After you have passed the Stage 1, if you passed the Stage 1, the screening phase, you can go to whatever you want to see, and you're gonna see. So what's the benefit of this studying in Ireland? So it's one of the fully funded programs, so it's gonna cover everything for you. So your education, you're not gonna pay your tuition, your living allowance, and everything is given for you. So generally it's not allowed for spouses to take with you, but generally what they're offering is this one. So this is generally what they're offering. So they give you allowance towards the time needed for the arrival in. So generally a living monthly stipend of 700 you're not going to pay, and student accommodation is arranged and paid for 2 semesters for you. So this is what they offer. So everything. So academic visa. So generally it's payment of academic visas, visa application fee, medical and travel insurance. So there's nothing you're gonna pay. It's just you being yourself, and after being a winner, you're gonna to Ireland, do your fellowship without anything worrying about. So it's all about developing yourself. So no need to worry about, will I have an application fee? No. Do I have to pay any tuition fee? No. Embassy fee? No. Medical and travel insurance, everything is covered. So for you, no need to worry about. So what you need to be focused on is whether you are eligible or not. So this is so it's a tight schedule, and you don't need to waste your time. So if you are in mid-career, in your mid-career, and if you have 2 years more than experience, if you are in a bachelor degree, not a master's, and if you are in a honor class 1 or class 2, or even if you are not, if you have a substantial amount of work experience, that's good enough for you. So that's what you need to have. So this is what it gives us the eligibility criteria. So after knowing you're eligible, so you need to see your countries, and after that, and so generally this is the application what we need to see. So generally the stage 1, it opens in 29 June and it closes in 26 July. So what you need to do is you're going to fill the form and submit. So you're going to download the application form and you will apply for the fellowship program. So you'll need to submit your form. That's it. So after that, if you have passed, the stage 2 opens in 21 September. So it's a long process, by the way. This is not something that you target for, so it's more than a year that you're going to wait, but it's all worth it. So at the end, so generally in stage 1 application, so this is a stage 1 application. So for you to make it clear, so in stage 1 application, so the documents required for official identification, it's important. So what you're gonna do is, after filling the form, in addition to that, you need to submit this document. You need to submit your official documentation, your passport, your undergraduate degree, it's better if you are certified, and the final degree. So degree, transcript, and official identification. That's what you need. So you are going to, there's an application form. So they need to be typed and submitted. So in the documents or in a PDF. So in addition to that, you'll submit. So your name, the passport, your name, the undergraduate. So after that, so what you're gonna do is, it's different for each country. So it's not that you are gonna send for everyone. So you need to find your relevant embassy of the airline. So if you are from Ethiopia, South Sudan, and Djibouti, you need to send it via this email. The emails are functional. If you click them, they take you to where they are. So you're going to fill the form. You're going to include your identification, the passport, your degree, and the transcripts, and the application form. And while you are filling this form, so it's generally for a screening stage. So if you're from Kenya, Nairobi, so this is the different things that you're gonna see. So it's not like there is an official application link for yourself, for everyone. So it's different from your perspective and from your different countries. So this one is only for African countries. So you need to find yourself from this, you need to find your country from this one, and you're gonna email the documents. So let's see. So to see what are the forms, so it says that you need to have your personal information, and you need to have your education, undergraduate qualification. So generally you need to have your documents awarded by 2015 or later, within the last 12 years. Otherwise you will not be included. So the English language proficiency is not mandatory, but if you pass the stage 1, you need to submit this document. So work experience is different, good for you. So this is what differentiates each country from the other country. So you need to have a minimum amount of work experience. So minimum amount of 2 years is for Kenya, Rwanda, Sierra Leone, Tanzania, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. But you need to have 3 years of relevant experience for different country. So the thing is, so when we say relevant work experience, it needs to be related to your bachelor degree and the degree that you are applying. So if you have been a medical doctor, you need to be working for about 2 years working as a medical doctor, not as a businesswoman or as a businessman. So these things need to be directly related to your work experience. So while choosing your master program page, so you need to see the eligible program page, so the list of, so while you're filling the form, you're going to be asked to choose up to 3 master program that you want to see. So the order is very important. So the one you choose, okay. So there is a question number 5. So it's better if I show you the document, the Word document. So generally, why do you wish to be considered for the fellowship? What makes you different? So this is the personal statement, which is a very critical factor in your application program. Do you want to go to Ireland, or do you have another purpose? So that you want to grow yourself for the fellowship, for the master program, there is something that you want to achieve with this program. So it's better, don't ever use AI. You see, you must not use or someone else's present context generated by AI. So generally applications are generally going to be rejected. There is nothing to worry about, they'll reject it. So they need to see your authenticity, what's something different about you. Why should they choose you for this program? So it's better to have your own authenticity. So make sure. So in my other videos, I'm going to do a video about how to write a statement of purposes. So in this way, if you find this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and hit the notification bell. So generally, it's difficult. So, it said that your statement of purpose and your motivation should be no more than 150 words. In 150 words, I don't know how much you're gonna write, but you're trying to be very concise and specific. How the specific programs of study that you chose would assist you in your career aspiration, and how the program would help you towards your achieving country's national sustainable development goal. So it's not about you, it's all about your country and what's your purpose after doing your masters. So in addition to learning there, you need to develop things between your country and Ireland. That's a good relation that's wanted. So this is what they need. So this is what you need for stage 1 application for currently. So if you have passed the stage 1, we are going to discuss with the stage 2. So let's see the word format that you are supposed to fill. So it is a total of 6 pages. So let's magnify it. Okay. So this is my word. So this is the stage 1 application form, only typed application. So it's not good to use pen or other things. So this is, after that you need to type it and you'll submit it. So especially at the end you might have. So before completing this application form, so you need to see the guidance. We already read it, so you might be so I might be biased. I only say the for Africa, but generally it's not different. Most of the main thing is not different, but let's see. So we'll see different countries and what are their differences. So this is the important paper. So for everyone, they need to include this online application form, their official identification, the undergraduate degree, and the undergraduate certificate. So this is the only important thing. So after filling this form and you have your documents, you're gonna send it via the email of your specific country embassy. So you need to say, I'm a national of this country. So let's say, so if I'm from Ethiopia, I'm a national of Ethiopia and I'm a resident in Ethiopia. So I have 5 years of substantial work experience that's directly related to my proposed program. So currently my word is not editing, so I cannot show you by putting. So it's generally putting your answers in here. So this is the application summary. So I hold a bachelor level academic qualification from accredited government institution with a final overall grade out of 4.0. So you need to click this. I don't know. So for eligibility, you don't need to have a master's level. So you shouldn't have a master's, or you're not currently doing your master program. So you're not going to start your master program for another year until August 2027. So you need to click this things, click right. And okay, so your surname, your first name, gender, nationality, the country of residence, and your date of birth. This is easier to fill, and you need to have your contact details, your phone number, and main email address. So you need to make sure that your email address is actually functional. So accessibility requirement means, so you might have any kind of difficulties. So it could be specific learning difficulties, hearing, walking, or any kind of medical condition. If you have any kind of medical conditions, you need to make sure that you include. So do you have any accessibility requirement? Yes or no? Have you ever previously applied for any Ireland program? Yes or no? If yes, which year have you applied? It's easier, right? So are you applying, or do you intend to apply any other fellowship to study at the project level? Maybe yes or not. If yes, you can use it. So this is the part which comes. So what's your bachelor level qualifications? So this needs to be from a government recognized university. You need to ask to list your degree, your university from, so the overall grade. So the name of the degree, this you're going to write it here, the location, the dates, the grade, the GPA, the score, and the scale. So what are other academic qualifications do you have? So you only have one bachelor degree, or you might have 2 bachelor degree. So this is what we call it. So the other academic qualification, it's not good if you have a master's to include it, because it will directly kick you out from the list. So this is any other academic qualification you have, you're gonna list it in here. So if you have a language proficiency test, it's good. If not, you're gonna need it for the next stage if you passed. So the second one is your work experience. So it's better if you have a work experience from one company, if it is a longer period of time. So your working organization, you're gonna list it here. Current job title, how long have you been working? So you need to put the years and in here the months, and any previous position you have had, you're gonna write. If you have been working in different positions, you're gonna write it into the chronological order. So this is from your current work experience, but you might have previous work experiences, you're gonna put it. So generally you are gonna add all of them which are relevant to your work experience. Just like that I said, it needs to be related for age. So you need to make it different. So you're gonna put in here, so you're gonna pass total years. So while you're adding your work experiences, it's very important for your country specific how many years is it 2 years or 3 years. Make sure that you are including all of it. So after that, so while working, do you have any kind of leadership positions you have held? Any kind of leadership position, it could be anything. So community organization, work, volunteer in religious, any form. So it's very important. So it's important for you. So they want to focus on your leadership abilities. So just like I said, we need to see the master guidance, the school directories, and you need to make sure which universities do you want, which program title, and the program code. So the program code is found at the eligibility page. So this is the most important one. So this is what actually differentiates you from most of the applicants. So it's important to use the words. So it's I know it's very short, using 150 words to explain why you wish to be considered for this fellowship, because you want to pour out your heart and everything you wish to say, but they're trying it to be concise, because it's just like a screening page. So why do you wish to be considered for this fellowship in the Ireland? What's your motivation for applying this fellowship? I know. Okay, so how would the specific programs of study? So the first thing is this one. Why would you choose this subject? So is this related to your bachelor degree? And what's the purpose of choosing this program? Would this assist you in your future aspiration? Yes or not? You need to make it concise. So the second one is, this program, how would it help you towards achieving your country national sustainable development goals? So what are the factors that you need to see and you want to solve for your country that is affecting the sustainable development goals? It could be in different aspects: education, health, economy, politics, anything. So the next one would be, how would you propose to contribute? So this is important for you. So the link is between your country and Ireland. So anyone who have had a previous experience of getting this Ireland fellowship program, we would really appreciate if you can tell us what you wrote in this statement of purpose or your letter of motivation. And the next one would be, so this is declaration. You acknowledge that the management of your religion policy. So it's just your agreement. So you certify, you add, you write your name. And this is optional. It's better if you include it. So this is the stage 1 application format. So I hope there is no problem that you're gonna find in this stage, because it's easier. So generally what you're gonna do is, you need to find your country embassy email, just like on the list. You're gonna include your official identification document, your undergraduate degree, and a transcript with this application format. No need to include. So it's, I think, somehow easier. So that's what you're gonna do. So let's go back to our page and see what's different for different countries. So this is a stage 1 guidance, so just like we have seen it earlier. So this is the Michael Carney Ireland Fellow. So this is for Tanzania. This country is for Burundi. So what makes it different for different countries is that you need to see these. So the eligible courses is this one: the MPhil in International Peace Studies program at Trinity College, Dublin. So people from Burundi, applicants from Burundi are eligible for this program only. So so there's nothing you can apply. So this one. So to apply for an international peace studies, so in addition to that, so what makes it different for Burundi? So be a resident of Burundi, of course, you need to have a minimum of 3 years experience. So generally it says 2 years, but it's different for different countries. So it says 3 years. You need to hold a bachelor academic qualification just like this one. So you need to have a relevant work experience in international peace studies program at the University of Trinity College of Dublin. So generally it's almost similar. So what makes this different? So these applications are by invitation only. The thing is, this is for invitation. So this fellowship is restricted to the staff of government departments and non-government organizations which work area-aid. So if you are eligible to apply, it's better to contact the embassy in Tanzania. So this is what happens. So it's almost the same. So this is for the people from Burundi. So let's see the Ireland Fellows Roger Casement. So this Roger Casement application is for the Nigeria. So what are the eligible courses? When it comes to Nigeria, it becomes somehow good. So it's a master's program at Irish master's program in the areas of law, human rights, and the government. These are the eligible courses that you can apply if you are from Nigeria. So there is no general restriction for this one. No need to contact the embassy, but in addition to that, you need to identify the selected 3 programs relevant to your academic. So the Scheme and Fellowship directly eligible program. You need to see this one if you're from Nigeria. So let's see the Ireland, the Shan McBride. So this one is for Namibian people from Namibia. So the eligible courses are the master program at Irish Higher Institution in the areas of law and human rights. So this is somehow related to the Nigeria. So if you're from Namibia, you can only apply for in these areas of law and human rights. So let's see the other one. This is called the Ireland Fellow, the Cadre. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I hope it's Cadre Asmal. I hope so. So this is for the South Africa. So when it comes to South Africa, so this fellowship program, you can apply in multiple fields: agriculture, health, education, human rights, computer science, engineering, business, and more. So generally there is nothing, but you need to see the directory of eligible programs. So nothing different for South Africa, I think. So the next one is the Ireland, the Frank Ferguson program. The Frank Ferguson program is for Namibia. So when it comes to Zambia, applicants only can must select from the following list of courses offered by the University of Galway. They can only apply to the University of Galway in this field is in Master in Civil Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, Energy System Engineering, International Robotics, Medical Electronics and Digital Health, and MSc in Marine and Freshwater Management. So if you want to choose these courses, you need to have eligible bachelor degree. You need to have an eligible bachelor degree from these courses and relevant work experiences. So you need a minimum of 3 years experiences, and you need to see this different page. So the next one is seats. So when it comes to seats, so these are countries in seats. So in Africa, there are different countries in Asia, Caribbean, and Pacific. So when it comes to them, it also requires 3 years of substantial work experience. So there's nothing different. So you need to see the directory of eligible programs. So the another one is Asia. So Asian countries, there is nothing much different, but you need to see the directory of eligible programs. So countries: Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos PDR. So there is nothing much different about this one. So the process is almost the same. So we are almost in the end of this page. So this one is the most important page of this airline fellowship program. So after looking at, so this is the universities which are involved in this airline fellowship program. In addition to that, what you need to see is this is the thing you need to see in the table of contents. It almost include this one. So you need to see this is not available for the following applicants. This is the most important one. I don't want you to waste your time in the fields that you are not eligible to apply. So just focus on this one. It's good to read depending on your eligibility. So it's kind of difficult to cover all of the 220 pages, and you need to see if you are eligible or not. So generally, let's see. For someone who is in medicine can apply for, okay, let's see, MSc in health, medicine, pharmacy, biotech and related. So for anyone who has been in health can apply for Master of Public Health. That's good. So let's see where you can apply for the Master of Public Health. So if you have been working as a medical doctor or in any health related field, you want to apply for Masters of Public Health MPH. So this is what you call the University of College Dublin. You see, it is the page. So this 12 months, it gives us a program outline. So the MPH program, what includes. So it has got different fields like training in public health, disease epidemiology, research methods and statistics, health promotion, environmental health, health economics, international health, sociology, health policy. So this is the admission requirement. This is good. So in admission requirement, the program is intended for graduates of health science degree, medicine, dentistry, public health, pharmacy, physiotherapy, occupational therapy, nutrition, nursing or others, and science degree program in biology, biochemistry, food science, physiology, pharmacology and others. So it requires, unfortunately, this. So after you passing the stage 1 in state application, some of the programs which accept Duolingo, you need to take Duolingo. But unfortunately, if the program doesn't accept Duolingo, you need to take the IELTS exam. So generally what you need is a minimum overall 6.5 and including 6.5 in writing component. So no less than 6.0 in other component is acceptable. So this is somehow competitive, because having IELTS score higher will differentiate you. So you need to see this. So the other one you can learn Master of Public Health is in the University College of Cork. This is somehow different. So generally this is good. The minimum overall 3.5 with more than 6.0 in any component. So this is how we're gonna end. So just select what you need and you're gonna need. So if you have any question how to apply for this Ireland fellowship program, feel free to contact us. And especially for people who have got this fellowship program previously or who have passed the stages, I really would appreciate if you can comment your idea. What was the most difficult thing in the application program and what was the thing which we need to know, if you really want. Thank you for watching it. Thanks very much. So don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. So and also follow my social media pages. We are currently helping thousands of students to get to their dream universities. So thanks a lot. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot. Goodbye. Have a nice day.